just
private
asking for
messages.
text between you and the Bivens brothers about this legislation.
You're a silly person.
Silly person?
Yeah.
Why does this lawmaker not want you to see how he conducts the public's business? Tonight, an investigation that reveals how Capitol Hill really works. During this year's legislative session, our News Channel 5 Investigates team has been tracking a bill that could affect lots of Tennessee neighborhoods.
And that legislation was brought by a big corporation with lots of money to spend on Capitol Hill. As the lobbyists pushing that bill made their move, our chief investigative reporter Phil Williams was there.
And he had lots of questions for everyone involved.
The legislation we're talking about was brought by Airbnb, and it reveals as much as any bill we've seen this session about how the culture on Tennessee's Capitol Hill can affect you and your family. Here in the shadow of the state capitol, inside the Cordell Hall State Office building, this is where the hard work of lawmaking really occurs.
On the calendar,
Special interest lobbyists work the halls as committees decide whether proposed legislation will live
All in favor?
or die.
bill passes.
Most of the time, the intent of the
And I just wanna make
legislation
a
is
plea.
clear. But sometimes there are Trojan horses, if you will, pieces of legislation that have a title. They call them caption bills, but you don't really know what they're intended to accomplish until you get into committee and see the amendment. On this day in this subcommittee, a newly filed amendment brought by lobbyists for Airbnb would restrict local government's ability to regulate short-term rentals. If this amendment were to become law, what is your fear?
My fear then is we just don't have any urban neighborhoods, right? That we just have a lot of hotels that happen to look like a house in the urban core of Nashville.
Metro Council member Freddie O'Connell's district in downtown Nashville has more homes that have been converted to short-term rentals than any other area of the city. Because Nashville has become such a hot party scene, the more of a foothold that Airbnb can establish in these neighborhoods, the more money it makes.
The hard part is when that party comes back to somebody's home, right? We've got multiple families on this block with kids under the age of 5.
Just a few blocks away,
This used to be affordable housing in a neighborhood that desperately needs it, in a place close to the urban core that's got a community center literally across the street from it.
what used to be apartments is being converted into what would essentially be an Airbnb motel, and more could be on the way. The amendment says you cannot curtail short-term rental units until they constitute 5% of the entire city.
Yep, that's a lot.
And that says nothing about a neighborhood.
Right. You could have the entire neighborhood of Germantown, the entire neighborhood of Salemtown be short-term rentals before you hit 5%.
Call this meeting order.
Outside the subcommittee, we spot Airbnb lobbyist Michael Bivens, who along with his brother operate one of the most connected lobbying firms on Capitol Hill. So exactly what does Airbnb want? Hey Michael, Phil Williams. Can we talk to you about the Airbnb bill?
No, not right now.
Bivens wouldn't say. Now this is interesting. This is a database of campaign contributions, and it shows that in October of last year, Airbnb gave $40,000 to BivPAC. That's a political action committee operated by the Bivens Group. That's money for them to turn around and spread on Capitol Hill. And BivPAC did not forget this subcommittee. That's the first stop for legislation affecting Airbnb. Right before session started, 4 members got $500 contributions for their campaigns. Chair Clark Boyd and Representative Rebecca Alexander got $1,000 each. Curtis Johnson, $2,000. And John Holtzclaw got $3,250 after Airbnb gave the money to their lobbyist. What were they hoping to accomplish?
They support, they're a bipartisan PAC like any other, organization, and they support good government.
So why did they just suddenly decide to spread $40,000 around right before this session?
All kinds of groups that address state government do that all the time. That's not unusual.
That they were not trying to influence the votes on this legislation?
No, sir.
On this day, there would be no vote, but the Airbnb lobbyists would be back. So the last time they tried it, they ran into a procedural problem with the bill they had chosen. So they've come up with another caption bill, and they're going to try it again.
Members, I'm here today to talk about private property rights, and as they pertain to short-term rentals.
This time, Representative Michael Curcio of Dixon had a bill to which he agreed to attach the Airbnb amendment. Right behind us, the entire Bivens team was in place as Republican Jason Zachary from Knoxville gave voice to what many had whispered, that the bill was really aimed at Nashville.
So to now come in with a bill that's targeted at Davidson and Nashville, to then come in and say that has statewide application.
And Zachary noted that Curcio was targeting communities where he does not have to worry about the effects of Airbnb's business.
This is another case of a piece of legislation being brought that's targeting a particular area that's brought by a legislator in which it doesn't impact. And so that frustrates me.
But when we pressed Curcio on the backstory, who brought you this bill?
What do you mean?
Did the Bivens brothers bring you this bill?
I have worked with them on the bill. They support it, I believe. So
He claimed to be confused about why the lobbyists were so interested in his bill.
I mean, I'm working with the Bivens group on it. But again,
And they represent Airbnb.
that I don't know. I'd have to look at the registry, but
I expect a lobbyist is talking to me on behalf of a client. That's always the interaction I've had. A lobbyist doesn't usually come to me with a bill just in the public interest. I'll say it that way.
Asked at one point by the subcommittee to interpret the amendment,
it doesn't seem to me, and I don't think it's our intention, I could be wrong.
Curcio looked to the Airbnb lobbyist for his answer. It's the same lobbyist whose PAC has handed out $283,000 in campaign contributions over the past 5 years to the people they're trying to influence. Curcio got $4,000. Do you understand that some people may think it's untoward to take money from a lobbyist and then turn around and sponsor legislation for that lobbyist?
Well, I know you're familiar with our campaign finance laws. We can't accept a contribution from a lobbyist.
But you do take contributions from lobbyist PACs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Well, it's not their money.
In fact, ethics reform groups say it's all the same, that lobbyists should be prohibited from delivering campaign cash in any form to the people they're trying to influence.
My house is my house, and if I want to rent out a bedroom to somebody, that ought to be between me and my wife and them, right? And so,
still, we were trying to get a better understanding of what the Airbnb bill reveals about how Capitol Hill really works. Could we see your texts between you and the Bivens brothers?
Between the Bivens brothers?
And yourself?
I don't know why you would need that.
Well, we would like to see how lobbyists impact legislation. You brought this bill at their request, so can we see your texts between you and them?
Well, again, when you ask me about, I know you've got a job to do. I don't understand the point of this, honestly.
All opposed say no.
No.
On this day, with our cameras present, the bill was ruled to have failed on a voice vote, but it could still be brought back. As for those texts, Curcio made it clear how he conducts the public's business was none of our business.
Why would I let you see my phone? It's got pictures of my children on there.
I'm just
private
asking
messages.
for text between you and the Bivens brothers about this legislation.
You're a silly person.
Silly person?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Again, we should point out that all of this is perfectly legal. That's because the lawmakers write the laws that affect themselves, and they do not appear to have any incentive to change the law and potentially cut off the special interests who fund their campaigns. Phil Williams, News Channel 5 investigates.